In the sprawling townships that surround the vibrant city of Harare in Zimbabwe, there was once a sweet melody that lured unsuspecting children into a world of make-believe. A tune that signaled not just the arrival of a treat, but also the vanishing of innocence. It was the sound of an ice cream van. This is the grim tale of the ice cream van and the vanishing children of Zimbabwe. A mystery that has baffled the nation and left an indelible scar on the community it once served. The lure. It all began innocently enough, just like any other day in the bustling townships of Zimbabwe. The scorching sun beat down on the dusty streets as children played and laughed, their voices echoing through the warm air. Suddenly, a familiar sound cut through the afternoon lull, the sweet chimes of an ice cream van. For the children of Zimbabwe, this was a song that brought joy and excitement. It meant a refreshing treat, a moment of happiness in their daily lives. They would drop whatever they were doing and run towards the sound, their eyes sparkling with anticipation. Among them was young Amara, a bright-eyed girl with a contagious laugh. She lived in a small house with her family, her days filled with the simple pleasures of childhood. When she heard the ice cream van's call, she would hesitate for a moment, torn between the allure of the sweet frozen treat and the responsibility she felt towards her family. But the lure of the ice cream van was too strong to resist. With a promise to return home quickly, she would join the other children racing down the streets towards the melodic summons. But for some, the return home was not as simple as they had imagined. And the ice cream van became synonymous not just with sweet treats, but also with fear and uncertainty. The pattern. As weeks turned into months, a disturbing pattern began to emerge in the community. Children were going missing, and the chilling detail that linked these cases was their disappearance near the ice cream van. At first, the community was bewildered. The thought of their children being taken away from them seemed unimaginable, a nightmare that would shatter the very fabric of their community. Each missing child had a story that tugged at the heartstrings. There was Takudzwa, the 7-year-old boy who loved to draw pictures of his family. Then there was Rudo, the 9-year-old girl with a passion for singing and dancing. And then young Amara, who had a heart-stopping giggle and a love for collecting colorful stones. All of them had been lured away by the sweet song of the ice cream van and never returned. The joyful tune that once signaled happiness now echoed with a sinister undertone, a haunting melody that played a deadly game of hide and seek with the children of the community. Mothers clutched their children close, their eyes filled with worry. Fathers walked their children to and from places, their faces etched with concern. The carefree laughter of children was replaced by a heavy silence, a somber testament to the fear that had gripped the community. And as the cases continued to mount, the community was left with more questions than answers. Who was behind these disappearances? And where were the children being taken to? The discovery. Determined to find answers, the community turned to Detective Mukamori, a seasoned investigator known for his sharp intellect and unwavering determination. As he delved into the case, a chilling pattern emerged. Each child had vanished near an ice cream van. The sweet melody was now a haunting refrain that underscored the grim reality of the situation. Mukamori knew that he was dealing with something sinister, something that preyed on the innocence of children. He assembled his team, their faces grim with resolve. They combed through every lead, every eyewitness account, hoping to find a break in the case. Days turned into weeks, yet the case remained a tangled web of confusion until one fateful day when a breakthrough arrived. It came from an unlikely source, Mrs. Chipo, a local resident known for her warm hospitality and delicious baked goods. She had noticed something peculiar. The ice cream van had become a regular fixture in the neighborhood, appearing at the same spot at almost the same time each day. With the help of the community, she had discreetly kept a record of its movements. When she shared her findings with Detective Mukamori, a collective gasp echoed through his office. The pieces of the puzzle started to fall into place. The ice cream van was not just a random occurrence. It was a planned event, a sinister strategy to lure the children away. As the investigation deepened, more families came forward with stories of their missing children. The scope of the tragedy became more apparent, a horrifying tapestry of deceit and despair. The vanishing. With the pieces of the puzzle falling into place, Detective Mukamuri's team felt a sense of urgency. They were close to unmasking the sinister operation behind the ice cream van, but time was slipping away. They needed to act fast before more innocent lives were lost. They organized a sting operation, determined to catch the perpetrators red-handed. As the day of the operation dawned, the community was tense with anticipation. Every eye was on the street corner where the ice cream van was expected to appear. The officers were in position, their faces grim with determination. Then suddenly, the familiar tune drifted through the air, signaling the arrival of the dreaded ice cream van. The operation began. As the van pulled up, the officers made their move, rushing towards the vehicle. But when they finally got inside, the scene that greeted them was both shocking and heartbreaking. The van was empty. There was no sign of the driver or anyone else. It was as if the van had materialized out of thin air and vanished just as mysteriously. The ice cream, however, was still there, melting slowly in the afternoon heat, a chilling reminder of the sweet deceit that had lured the children away. Just as the authorities were closing in on the case, the very thing they had been chasing had vanished into thin air. All the evidence they had painstakingly gathered seemed to evaporate along with the ice cream on the dashboard. The driver and the passengers were gone, leaving behind a mystery that seemed impossible to solve. In the face of this perplexing turn of events, the community was left reeling. Their hopes, which had been rekindled by the prospect of justice, were once again dashed against the rocks of despair. The agony of the families was compounded by the fact that their loved ones had seemingly disappeared without a trace. The legacy. Today, the haunting chimes of the ice cream van still echo through the streets of Zimbabwe, a chilling reminder of the innocence lost to the darkness of human cruelty. The community remains shattered, forever marked by the tragedy that unfolded. Families continue to search for their missing children, holding on to the hope that they might be found one day. Detective Mukamuri and his team, though, are left grappling with the unsettling mystery. They had come so close, yet the case had slipped through their fingers like grains of sand. The ice cream van had played its deadly game and vanished, taking their hopes for justice with it. As the sun sets over the horizon, casting long shadows across the streets of Zimbabwe, the residents of the community gather in small groups, sharing stories and keeping the memory of the missing children alive. The names Takudzwa, Rudo, Amara, and many more have become more than just names. They are symbols of innocence lost, of dreams shattered, and of a community forever changed. And so the tale of the ice cream van serves as a haunting reminder not just of the evil that can lurk in the shadows, but also of the strength and resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. In the heart of every Zimbabwean, the hope for justice and closure continues to burn brightly, refusing to be extinguished by the icy grip of despair. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to stay tuned for more captivating stories. And if you have your own spooky or mysterious experiences, we encourage you to share them below. Your stories could be the next spine-tingling mystery that keeps us up at night.